I'm literally sweating.
But someone said I didn't have boobs and I was like, okay, obviously. I probably have like 7% body fat and boobs are body fat. So. Good morning and welcome to show day. It is Friday and I step on stage tonight at about 4:30 p.m. It's currently 5 in the morning and I'm gonna go head to my coach's house to do my hair and start to get ready so that we can go watch the morning show. But I just ate an egg and a piece of toast and then I have chicken and rice packed for like a light lunch. I'll take you guys along with me. Let's go. Good morning. We're all getting ready. Show day, baby. Lauren, say hi.
Hey.
Let me flip this so you can see it. I'm just curling my hair. Because I have my
focused. Keep your eyes closed for a second so you don't get that on top of you.
Little Miss Makeover Maddie.
I'm literally sweating.
She is going back and forth, killing the game. Update y'all later. My hair looks extra blonde. This currently with dark. My coach slash makeup artist slash emotional support, Maddie.
I'm happy.
And she's doing my makeup. I haven't vlogged anything all day. I've just been having fun watching the morning show. I'll update when my makeup's done. Okay, my makeup is done and my hair tragically needs to be redone. So, to the public restroom we go. Love. Vlog clip on the phone. You're fully ready. Well, I'm in the Berks. Oh, I need to put my jewelry on. Let's go do that. Which one's backstage? We're getting pizza. I'm done with this show.
Yeah.
You grab a seat.
Fueling the bulk of my parents' dollar. Life can't get any better than this.
Beverage time. I have not had I've had 2 energy drinks today and no water. And you know what I have wanted for the last week so badly is a diet soda. Except for I want Diet Dr. Pepper and they don't have it, but Diet Coke is still fire. Okay, we're sitting down to eat some pizza. So I got 3rd in my class, and they don't give like an overall score because I wouldn't have an overall score because I didn't get 1st in my class. But I'm very happy with how I did. I'm very happy with the physique that I brought. We're not done yet. And now I'm sitting in a restaurant in what could potentially get me canceled in today's society. So I kind of left the earring. If I took the earrings out, it would look like, what's that called? Not Beverly Hills. It's in the east. What is that called? New Jersey. I would look like a New Jersey mom with the blue eyeliner if I didn't have the. So I left these in and like this. It kind of looks more bodybuildery. Yeah, we got 4 ounces of ranch. I haven't had real ranch in like 6, 7 months. Spicy corn pizza. 4 ounces of ranch, grated Parmesan cheese. You know what my only protocols are for tonight? Eat slow so I don't get a tummy ache.
And have fun.
Yeah, we got 3 pizzas and I'm very excited. We got a deep dish, which I love a thick carb. Y'all know I've been obsessed with bagels. It's the same idea. We bubbling. Because I slam that hoe in some ranch. I'm so hangry right now, but I'm also happy because the food's right there, but it needs to cool off. Which one do I want? This one is good. Ranch is really crossed. Okay. Oh my already ate some of that. This looks so good. My pump tomorrow, my workout, oh, it's gonna be insane. Oh. Screaming. I'm not screaming, but I'm getting watched. I guess they aren't used to people with crazy makeup and cameras around these parts. That's the aftermath. I annihilated that. And I would do it again. I just want to bite into a loaf of that bread. Alright, getting in the world's most humid freaking elevator.
It's stinky.
It smells like wet dookie in here.
This thing hasn't gotten new air in years. They need to just...
There's zero circulation. If we get stuck in this thing, snap my neck immediately. I don't want to fight through that. But we're going to Walmart to get ice cream.
And there's a whole thing about what you can get to entertain your dogs.
Yeah, look, bring the whole family.
That's why it smells bad.
Yeah, someone...
All the dogs are pissing in here. They're not cleaning it out.
You can use that word. End of the vlog. That's Alphalete. Just kidding, that's the hotel gym. Ah.
What in the world?
They're here to see me. They know I got 3rd place.
Ladies and gentlemen, they are restocking Texas with blondes. I didn't realize that was actually a thing, but I think I just...
Texas is actually...
I just found the spawn spot for Texas blondes, bro.
Texas is a stocked pond. Oh, that outdoor lighting really hits the soul. Your toes are wet again. Shopping trip accomplished. Except for instead of just ice cream, I got ice cream, full watermelon, and a bag of broccoli. So my coach told me not to go to the store, but I don't think she thought it was for that reason. I just bought more produce, so I think it's fine. Although I did want to buy Rice Krispie treats and Little Debbie ice cream, but I actually got s'mores ice cream from the Jimmy Fallon line. Oh no, not Jimmy Fallon, Ben and Jerry's. But his picture's on. I'm making him carry the watermelon. Okay.
I have a very masculine urge right now just to roll this across the parking lot because it's got a nice downhill descent all the way until the fire parking lane.
Remember when we did milk jousting in a Walmart parking lot?
Dude, that was hilarious. We do watermelon bowling sometime.
Insert clip. There might not be a clip inserted. I'm gonna have to figure out if that's legal before I put evidence on the internet. I'm gonna make a quick Google search before I edit in a clip of that. But back to the rental car. It is currently Wednesday. My show was on Friday and I wanted to kind of film the outro to this video as my post-show kind of feelings, some honesty with you guys, why I kind of struggled to get the part 2 of my peak week video posted and my show day video posted, because as always I want to be very open and honest about kind of bodybuilding and the highs and lows of it, because I feel like online there's a lot of just post the stage shots, your peak week when you're looking great and all of these highs, and I wanted to come on and talk about my full show day experience and what happened after mostly. I don't really know what I want to say in this video yet, but I know that I want to film it, so I'm just gonna sit down and kind of speak as things come to mind. Some background information: I am a week and a half out again. I had always planned on doing multiple shows, or 2 shows, just 2. And so I'm doing an NPC national qualifying show next weekend. I don't plan to nationally qualify in figure this season. This is just kind of my debut to bodybuilding. I really went into this prep just going to see if I like it. It was just going to be an experience, and I did end up falling in love with the sport, and I plan to take a growth season and continue with this sport because it has brought me more joy than anything in life. I'm not planning to nationally qualify because I do plan on switching divisions, because right now I'm very young. I'm 18. Most bodybuilders don't start until like at least like 20. Like, I'm very young for the sport, obviously, and I'm very young in life, and right now I'm not at a place where I want to take any enhancement drugs, and I don't know if I ever will get to that point. Let's talk about show day. I was in the night show and all my teammates were in the morning show, so I just woke up. I didn't like really worry about getting ready in the morning. I just went to the venue in like my sweats and long sleeve, cheered on my teammates. Like, that was an amazing time, and like I loved the women on my team. I legitimately have never felt so much like joy for another person. Like, one of my teammates won transformation overall, and I literally, like, it brought me the same joy of winning myself, watching her stand up there with that trophy and just watching all those girls crush it. Like, I loved the morning, but there were some times where I kind of just, so there was like 2 levels to the crowd, and my whole like team, while they weren't competing, were sitting in the front, and about halfway through I got up and I sat in the back just silently. I was just in my head. I had been confident all week leading up to it. I was like, I don't plan to win. I plan to go up there, enjoy being on stage and showing off my hard work, which I did do, but I had that kind of moment of panic of like, I mean, it's scary. It's scary getting up on stage with the bright lights for people to judge you, especially someone like, for me, up until prep, really, I had been really insecure about my body. If anyone had like mentioned like a swim party, like I had to go out in a swimsuit, or I was the person that was always sitting in class readjusting their clothes. So mentally, that's a hard switch to be like, I'm proud of my physique, and this is completely normal to stand up there in just a bikini. And I knew, like, I was so confident in my look, so that it wasn't like an embarrassment of showing my body like it used to be, but it was more of a fear of like, I hope I can go up there and bring out all the posing practice that I've put in for the last 6 months, you know, make it all show. And I was really scared I was going to get up there and just choke. So I just kind of was in my head. I sat in the back alone, and I just sat in silence, just stared at the floor for probably like 20 minutes of the show. Thankfully, like, my coach texted me and was like, hey, like, where are you? Like, she had been backstage and she came out and I wasn't there, like, with the whole team, and she was like, hey, like, where are you? What's going on? Because I disappeared, obviously. So I went up and sat with her, which was like, she was literally just like making sure I was literally still there at the venue, because she was like, what happened? But dude, she literally like saved me mentally, like, pulled me out of that, and I finally like left, enjoyed the rest of the morning show, hung out with my team, and then I went and got ready. So in between the 2 shows, there was a little bit of an intermission to like clear everyone out, because you had to buy 2 separate tickets for the morning or the night show. So I left, I got my second coat of tan, my coach did my makeup, we did my hair, and we honestly, I just had so much fun just hanging out with my coach and like getting ready for the show. Like, I genuinely have, like, I love my coach so much. My coach Maddie, like, if you are looking into like bodybuilding, show prep, or if you just want a lifestyle coach, like, I 1000% recommend her. Like, she is such an amazing woman, and she really, like, we've gotten so close, and she's like literally changed my life. So I just had so much fun. Like, we were just in the bathroom, like, taking fun pictures, getting ready. Like, I love that, and it kind of like relieved my stress. Like, I was a little nervous, but I was like, I was having fun. I was finally could pull back and be back in the moment. So then I get all ready. They glued my suit to me because it was a little big, because I ended up getting a little more lean than we thought was going to be possible, just because of my higher starting weight. Like, it's usually not possible for women to consistently like lose weight for that extended period of time. You know, we kind of had expected that I would hit a plateau of sorts and not be able to drop like I dropped 35 pounds and got incredibly like lean for a woman up on stage. So my suit ended up being a little bit big on me, so they had to glue it so that it wouldn't like pull up my butt because there's too much extra fabric, if that makes sense, which is nothing against where I got my suit from. I got it from Ravish Sands, and based off the information that I did give them, they made it perfectly, but I ended up getting leaner than me or my coach had expected. So I had to get the top glued to me so that I didn't have under boob, and I had to get the bottoms glued down so they didn't like give me a wedgie on stage. Anyways, they glossed me. They put like, if you don't know, before you go on stage you get a gloss, you get 2 coats of spray tan, one the night before and then one right before the show, and then they also put like a spray of gloss on you so that you don't look like, your skin will look dry obviously after 2 coats of spray tan. I almost forgot to put my number pin on, and my coach was like, where is it? I was like, I don't know. And thankfully it was in my bag. Very much first time show experience, not thinking through the details there. Anyways, so I put that on and I go back into the pump up, the little backstage pump up room, but you can't have your coach back there with you or anyone. So the second you walk back there, it's dark. There's just a curtain between you and the stage. You can hear the crowd. You can hear them announcing the show, and my heart dropped. My heart rate started increasing. I freaked out. So I was trying to pump up, but my head was like, dude, it felt like I couldn't hold my body up. I was freaking out. And so I'm gonna be honest, like, I didn't really get a pump before I went on stage, and I think it showed. I don't think my shoulders look filled out at all. I feel like I looked a little bit small and flat on stage. I'm still proud of the physique I brought. Like, my legs still looked cut and everything on stage. Like, my back was still wide and defined, but I couldn't even like get like a mind muscle connection while I was trying to pump up because my anxiety set in so badly. And I went back in that room and it felt like I had like 30 seconds to pump up. I had probably like 5-10 minutes. If I had slowed down and taken a breath, I could have gotten a better pump, but I couldn't. I freaked out. Like, I didn't even know what to expect. But I'm not like mad at myself for that at all. Like, it was my first show. Obviously, I'm gonna freak out a little. Yeah, I could have brought something a little bit better if I had gotten a better pump, but in the end, it's 6s. So in my class, so there were 2 figure classes of 5 girls. I was the first one that had to go on stage. But when I had been watching the show, I had been paying attention to when the girls are walking out, but I haven't been paying attention to when the first girl walks. You know what I'm saying? Because you kind of follow a pattern after the first girl, but I was the first girl. So I was like, crap. Whatever. It ended up being fine. Once I got on stage, I had this like rush of confidence. I could hear my family yelling my name. I could hear my coach and my teammates yelling my name. And it was just a moment of like pure joy. Like, even like my family after was like, oh, like, you did such a good job, like smiling through your whole routine and everything. And I was like, I wasn't even like trying to. My plan was to have just like a little like casual like smile on stage, but I was like full, like when I was holding my pose on the side, I was like full teeth out, like the biggest smile ever, just because I was so proud of myself in that moment, feeling the support of all these people that had been helping me over the last like 6 months. Like, it was a really cool experience, like the lights and everything. A lot of people say that they wish they could go back to that stage experience and like live it again slower, but I feel like when I was up there, I really soaked it all in, to be honest. I don't want to do it again because when I was the first girl, I had to hold my pose for so long. I was up there shaking. I thought I was going to pass out. I was dying, bro. you don't realize how hard it is to hold posing for that long until you're up there. And I remember at one point they were doing our comparisons and they had us facing the back, and they had a projector thing up there, and so when you face the back you're looking at it, and I was like, why is that shaking so much? And then I realized, I was like, that's my vision. Like, my vision is blurry and shaky right now. And I was like, oh my gosh, do not pass out. Anyways, okay, so I ended up getting 3rd in my class, which I was proud of that. I'm happy with that. Looking at the side-by-sides, I think, so the judges in this show kind of rewarded mass over conditioning. And because I am so young, I was competing next to girls that have years on me of just life. Obviously, if you're older, more time, I'm just not gonna physically compare to a 25-year-old versus like with huge muscle mass. I just haven't had that building time. My body's not even fully developed. So yeah, but I feel like I brought great conditioning, but that's just not what the judges were rewarding in the show, which is completely fine. I'm nothing against like, oh, it was poorly judged, I should have won. Like, no, that happens. Judges reward different things, and that's just how it happened. I completely, like, I agree with my placing when you look at different aspects. Obviously, I'm like, okay, maybe my legs look better here, but her back looks better here, but her posing looks better here, but there's give and takes. The judges rewarded what they did, and I think 3rd place is fair. I'm very happy with 3rd place for my first show, and honestly, I would have been happy with 5th place, which would have been last place in my class. Just because for me, like, my first show just wasn't about winning. It was about the experience, and it was like the amount that I learned and took away from prep is worth it, even if I did get last place or fall over on stage. Like, I'm completely fine with that, just because there's so much more that went into it than just how I placed on stage. Okay, so after the show, or after I get off stage, this was literally my favorite moment of show day, and I talked about this on my Instagram. I run down the hallway, there's a bug on my camera. Oh my gosh, gross. Anyways, I got off stage, they announced the final winner, right? And I run down this back hallway to find my coach, and we just like jumped and hugged each other, and I literally just immediately started crying. And I pulled myself together, went and found my family, took pictures, it was all great. And then I'm gonna start a second clip for this next part. Okay, so the show as a whole was great. It was amazing. Okay, but what happened after the show in that weekend is kind of what I wanted to talk about from like just an honesty standpoint, a reality check. I don't think it's talked about enough with bodybuilding. So after the show, I wanted to get pizza. So me and my family went to this pizza restaurant. Everything was great. Like, I was literally so hungry from that day that I ate like a decent amount of pizza, but I didn't feel gross after, just because I just hadn't eaten that much that day, because I needed to look tight on stage, and I wasn't on the stage until later. So I had the pizza, and that was fine. And then my dad found this like cool like pastry little bakery down the street, and he was like, oh, let's go to this, like have a little like nice treat after. And I was like, okay, perfect, like that sounds like a good time. So we get the pastries or whatever, like we pick out a few to share back at the hotels, like because we had just eaten it and we were hungry. So we take them back to the hotel and share them, and then my brother is like, I want ice cream, and my dad's like, I could go for some ice cream. And I obviously just had been controlling every aspect of my food for the last 6 months, and then it's all let off. My coach gave me that night off and Saturday off, and so I was like, let me get ice cream, even though in my mind I knew if I ate that ice cream I was gonna be sick. I knew that A, I never have digested ice cream well, B, I wasn't hungry, I felt satisfied with what I had, but in my brain, I was like, I need to get this ice cream now. So we go to Walmart, and I'm like looking at like the like mini different flavors. You know, they have like this small, like not personal ones, not supposed to be consumed by one person, but like if you know, like the little pints, I guess. So I was looking at the flavors, whatever. I grabbed this like Ben and Jerry's s'mores flavor. It was bomb actually. But so we go back to the hotel, and we're watching like some murder show on the thing, and I literally sat there, and after about a third of the pint, I was very full. My stomach was already starting to not react well with the ice cream, and I knew in my mind I should stop eating it. I knew I never should have gotten the ice cream because I'd already had the pastries and the pizza, which those two, celebratory, fine, great. I ended up eating the whole pint of ice cream. I couldn't stop myself. I was uncomfortably full and literally couldn't stop myself from finishing it. So I finished that pint of ice cream, and I felt sick. I felt disgusting. And then I went, so I had a separate hotel room for my parents that was connected in the middle, just because I was like, if you guys want to go out and do stuff at night, I want to be getting to bed early leading up to the show, so you guys can just come in and out through the hallway door, and like I won't be bothered. I'm not gonna have the energy to like, they wanted to go to baseball games and stuff, and I was like, I'm just not gonna have the energy to do that like leading up to my show, right? So I went back to my room, and in my room I had a kitchen, and I had these like dark chocolates in there, which are literally like healthy, like they don't even taste that good, but I brought them as a fat source if I needed it, and I ended up eating like 3 of those when I was already sick, and I was laying in bed, and I was up until like probably 2 in the morning just like thinking. Like it was a weird feeling that what I'd worked towards for 6 months was like over, and I knew I had another show, but I didn't even know how to feel, you know? It was just like a lot of emotions, but I couldn't process any of them. Well, I woke up and I was not hungry at all, but I was like, I weirdly love hotel breakfast. Like I loved it like before prep, and like I hadn't had hotel breakfast. Like I just love the idea of it. Like I don't think it tastes good by any means, but I love the idea of like waking up with your family looking disgusting and just going down and picking random things. And I hadn't done that since like before COVID, because the first time I went to a hotel and they offered it again, I was on prep, or I wasn't on prep, but I was tracking my macros, and so I was just like not following that. I wasn't like, I didn't have like freedom, you know? So I go down to hotel breakfast, and they had like biscuits and gravy, which was weird, but did I eat it? Yeah, I did. Then they had like omelets, they had like little quiche things, and I didn't eat too much, but I ate like a little bit of everything, because in my brain it was almost like this was the only time I would ever be able to eat those foods in my life. Not true, but that's how it feels, you know? And so I ate that, and I was like, I feel sick and bloated again. It is 9 in the morning, and I already feel like crap. So then I go to Alphalete. I threw on an oversized t-shirt because I was so bloated. But it was weird because I was bloated, but you could still see my abs outside my stomach. And it was like the grossest look. I couldn't even look at myself. Like, I could not. I felt awful. It's hard mentally to, you know, step on stage with your best physique and then be super bloated the next day. Obviously I would have been a little bit bloated, but I went too far. They had like samples of stuff at Alphalete, of course. Like, so then like I ate the samples, then me and my coach went and got these like energy bites from Alpha Eats, but like that was because she had been raving about them all week, and so I had already planned to try those. That wasn't me like being out of control. That was just like she was excited for me to try it now that I'm not in prep, which is like totally normal. That's not a big deal. Left Alphalete, me and my family, we got barbecue, and then like Texas barbecue, and I felt fine after that. And then we went into this ice cream shop that also had pastries. Then I got the ice cream, and then I got the pastry, but then I left the pastry in the hotel room, and I was like, I want pizza right now. And so I went to my family's hotel room, and I was like, who wants to go find pizza? And we went and got pizza, and I felt sick. So sick. I ate so much pizza to the point where my stomach was in pain. It felt like I couldn't swallow another bite. And then I went back to the hotel and ate the pastry. And at this point, I had kind of realized, I was like, I'm a little bit out of control. So similar things happened Sunday. I flew home, I had family dinner, and it was just a little bit more like loss. Like, I felt a little bit, not terribly out of control. I wouldn't say that I like have a binge eating disorder because of this, but this weekend was like mentally hard. I kind of felt like I had like imposter syndrome. I was like, how could I be so disciplined for 6 months, and the second that I don't have guidelines to follow, I lose grip, you know? And so mentally that was hard, and I had to wake up and look at my body. My hands and ankles, my face was swollen, my hands were swollen, my feet were swollen. I was bloated from the top of my rib cage to the bottom of my stomach, to the point where I couldn't push out my stomach anymore if I even tried. Like, my food was not digesting. I felt like crap. So it was hard physically and mentally. So I've been back on plan since Monday. I feel significantly better. My coach brought my calories not as low as they were like before last peak week, as kind of like a middle ground, because she, like, I kind of told her like what happened over the weekend. And so I got my cardio increased a little. I definitely, like, I have to put in like a lot of work this week, because I want to be, the goal is to go into next show tighter so that I can carb up more and get a better pump. But that's pretty much what happened. That's why I kind of struggled to, I didn't want to edit my peak week vlog. I still haven't even uploaded the videos, because I was like, I don't want to see, like, I just felt fake, you know? I felt like I didn't want to see these videos of myself, what I felt like was putting on an act, even though it wasn't. But I was like, well, that's not me. I'm putting on a fake version of myself if I show this dedication and hard work in the gym when I'm sitting here and, you know, I overindulged all weekend. But I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm kind of using that as a learning opportunity for, okay, my camera overheated, but anyways, to let it cool off, we're back. Like I was saying, I'm just going to use that as a learning opportunity for next post-show, and just do a post-show dinner with like my family, maybe my family and my coach, right? We'll go out to eat, it'll be a good time, and then like the next morning be back. Because to be honest, like, no food that I ate was good enough for like how it made me feel. Like, I feel like my best, happiest self when I'm like eating whole foods and my body's nourished and like I don't feel sick and full. And so yeah, that's basically what I kind of struggled with this weekend, but I'm not too worried about it. Like, I know that I can come back better post this next show, and like I said, use that to learn. I'm more looking forward to, like, you guys know I love to make like good meals, so I'm more looking forward to like trying out new healthy recipes and like finding balance in regular life through that, rather than through overindulging and constantly going out to eat, which obviously was harder on vacation. Like, that's the other part where I'm like, it's a little bit different than it's gonna be when I'm the next day back at my house. So yeah, but I have had really good training sessions the last few days, kind of put all those extra calories to use. Like, I've been getting good pumps in the gym from the extra carbs, just like putting in lots and lots of work, and like having really good lifts, which has been like really good mentally for me, because your lifts on prep get hard to do. Like, every set feels like a huge challenge, because you just don't have energy and you can't get a pump in the gym because you just don't have enough fuel in you. So it's gonna kind of, it's a whole mental reset. Anyways, that is all I'm gonna say for this video. I need to stop talking, but I also did feel like I needed to share that. I can't just show, you know, the stage pictures and me bouncing back and not share the hard part of it and the fact that I'm not perfect. So yeah, I'm human, it happens. I'm not mad at myself. I'll move forward from this. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your support over the last few months of my prep. Don't stop watching. I'm gonna take a growth season. We're gonna put on mass, and I plan to compete again next year. So yeah, that is all for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a hate comment or two. I don't know. Oh, don't do that. I'll cry. I got like 1 hate comment on Instagram and destroyed me. Just kidding. It did not. But someone said I didn't have boobs, and I was like, okay, obviously. I probably have like 7% body fat, and boobs are body fat, so. Anyways, forget the trolls. I'm jacked. I'm gonna get huge in this off season. I'm gonna bring a better physique to next show. Have a great day. Subscribe. Send the video to your friends. I don't know. Thanks for watching.